I love printing. I love printing. I love it. I love printing. Coming back to another session with me, Warren Werbitt, also known sometimes as the Print Whisperer. And today we got Steve Roberts from Elite Print Finishing. Welcome.
Hey, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks. I popped on the screen. You had a lid, so I put a lid on, but I got the Print Whisper lid. So remember, check out my merch site. It's all good stuff.
It's sharp, man. It's sexy, you know, and that's what we're going to talk about a lot today. Sexy print and, how we make things better.
Don't you know it, my man? That's the way I like to start off. Sexy print. So before we get into anything, take a minute or two and just tell us a little bit about Elite, what you do, and who you are.
Okay, so thanks for having me. Thanks for the warm welcome and the great introduction. Distinguished. I might have to write that down. That's something I'm going to start selling. I'm distinguished.
If you want, I'll send you an email on how to spell it too.
I'll need that actually. So, yeah, man. Elite Print Finishing. We're down south here in Burlington, North Carolina. There's been a finishing company here since 1985. So. We're not super new, but we try to stay up with the times and do the really cool stuff. And I think that's why we're kind of getting together today after we met last week out in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Awesome time, by the way, in Minnie. So Elite Print Finishing, we've been foil stamping, embossing, die cutting, folding, gluing, folding, stitching, making really cool stuff for some time. Recently, we've put in some brand new technology. It's been pretty much not a home run, but a grand slam for our company, for our salespeople, for our clients, which is important, right? Because they're driving the bus, we're just riding. But yeah, we've got an unbelievable team here that I wish everyone had the opportunity to meet. It certainly would make my job a lot easier. For years and years, I've always said, listen, anybody can go buy iron and have equipment, right? But that means nothing if you don't have the people. So, they're amazing folks. It's fun to come to work. And heck, Warren, I'll be real frank with you, bud. I just wanted to be in sales, man. I wanted the autonomy to be able to get out, do my thing, meet people, make friends, make money. Came into our industry, the Print Whisperers industry, came into your industry to find a way to go into pharmaceutical sales and go into furniture corporate sales, right? And I was told I needed 5 years experience. Well, I got in about 2.5 to 3 years. I got a great opportunity, and oh no, it was a ton, just a lot of money and all the flashy things. And next thing you know, I'm like, wait, I love the people I work with. I love my customers, and I love doing this stuff because what we do kind of changes on a daily basis, right? We're not making widgets, So I was having so much fun. I think my wife wanted to hit me over the head, but I accepted the job because she made me. And then I had to go home and say, I'm not going to San Diego. I'm staying here, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And things have a way of working out. Now I still get to work with all my great customers. I get to work with these great people here in North Carolina, and I'm having fun. And lo and behold, now all the theories I had, when I was just selling about how we could make this thing great and, grow. Now I get a chance because I bought the company in 2015. And now I've got the chance to see are my theories correct? So far, so good. Knock on wood. Things are going well. So yeah, it's been a great ride, and I'm having fun.
You know what? You're not kidding when you say every day is a different day. Eh? There's no job that's the same. We might make a little bit more money if we were selling widgets.
Maybe, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, maybe.
We might make some money, but we certainly wouldn't be having as much fun as we have.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, yes. Wow. First of all, love the team talk because it's all about the people. It's all about the people that help put it together, and then it's all about the customers. We were just chatting before, right? And the importance of print. What did I say? I was laughing. Bill Gates worth $120 billion, and he sits there and smiles and he goes, "Everybody needs Windows," and he's not wrong.
No, he's right.
But what did I say after? I said, hey, if it wasn't for us, the printer, there'd be no Windows, because in the beginning, Windows was sold in a big box on a shelf. And if we didn't make the
Yes,
box, it would not have had any shelf space. So,
absolutely. And a
we
little
got to
booklet to
we got
tell
to
you what to do with it.
no, we all got to dial back and remember the importance of print, and that, without print, and I'm going to keep saying it every time I get a chance, without print, this world does not function.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. I've always looked at sales like if nothing happens in this world, right? Like until somebody sells something, nothing happens. But print, if you're going to sell anything, you're going to do anything, you have to have us.
Oh
We're
my!
just we're
Listen, it's instructions for the drugs that you buy, right? How to make food. I mean, IKEA. I mean, problem with IKEA is I start putting the shit together before I read the instructions, and then I got parts left over. But I'm a man, right?
yeah, absolutely.
When the woman puts it together, there's nothing left over and everything fits. But that's a
Right.
whole other conversation on another show. I want to talk about with you the embellishment side of things. You put in a jet varnish press, the MGI. The die cutting, the converting, and all the other stuff you do is all good and basic and beautiful. But what got me really excited at Amplify last week was just all the embellishment talk. And full disclosure, I'm wearing a Tactful t-shirt, and here's a Tactful. Look at that brochure.
Very sexy.
I am working with Kevin Abergel of Tactful and assisting them. And the reason I joined Kevin's group was, oh my God, embellishments. It's the latest and greatest thing. This is what's happening. This is what's coming. It's not easy. It's not cheap, but but it's here. And I always like to talk and participate in things that are new and upcoming rather than fight on the old stuff and regurgitate it. Right.
Right.
But
Yes.
and where we met was basically you were on a panel that Kevin was facilitating with a couple other great companies as well.
Fun
And
morning.
just tell me what the embellishment has done for your end of the business, because you're a trade guy.
Yeah.
So you're dealing with other printers who are coming to you and they're selling it because you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much time we got to go here, but we'll hit some highlights and I'll answer questions and hopefully fill some people's minds with some good information. A couple of things. You're talking about how valuable print is. I had a customer that I thought I saw a way with the embellishment. It's like, we could actually save you some money, maybe cut a pass here and do this, and you're going to get a really sexy folding carton. It's going to make you stand out on the shelf. And he said to me, he said, Steve, I'm not so worried about the price. The fact of the matter is everybody here in my market, in my sector, we're all putting the same shit in a box. Okay. The only thing that makes mine better is your box. So let's go all out and let's hit the grand slam, right? You like that? But it's
By the way,
true.
there's the grand slam, Permit, tarpon, and bonefish of the flats. But that's
Nice.
cool.
Nice. Yes. So yeah, I mean, so it's a big deal. And this new technology has not only opened doors for our sales folks, it's opened doors for our customers, it's opened door for the marketing companies. We do need to get the word out a little bit more so more people can be taking advantage of it. But it's just a phenomenal look, and we're hitting a sense that, we're hitting another sense with the touch factor, right? And here's a thought on the touch thing, because I think it's really, really, really important, okay, that folks understand this. You can make lips feel like lips. You can make wood feel like wood. You can give things a texture of a snake or an alligator and things, and not break the bank, but have something phenomenal, something sexy, right? You look at the mailing world, right? Their goal is when you and I and Joe Schmuckatelli go to the mailbox, their whole goal in life, and this is why they keep filling your mailbox, is to get you to hold on to that piece for 7 seconds, because the percentage opportunity for them is so greatly increased that's their goal. They have it down to a science that you're going to call, or you're going to come by their car lot, or you're going to go ahead and go online and start ordering their stuff, right? Well, think about it. If I start touching, or maybe I like using the word petting, if I start petting the print, Oh man, I'm eating 7 seconds up and hadn't even read it yet.
Hey, I bought just case in point, I bought a new microphone sitting right here,
Okay.
and I kid you not, I still have the box. I can't throw the box out. I got the box, spot UV, matte varnish on the whole thing. It's just like it's print porn, but it's so beautiful,
Yeah.
right? And,
Yeah.
and the same thing, and like then we get into. I mean, I think it's statistically
Gorgeous.
I can't throw it out. It was an $80 microphone,
And see,
right?
you're holding onto the box, and then you're showing it to me, and hopefully somebody besides you and I is watching this and gaining from it, right? And it's like your continuous marketing tool for that company that made that really cool, sexy box, right?
And our industry, but yeah.
And our industry, very true, very true. Way to plug, good plug.
No, but it's. I mean, listen, the statistics are out there that. Let's talk about luxury brand. If a woman goes into the store and she's buying I don't know, whatever she's buying that's luxurious, Gucci, Chanel, and it's all on the shelf, the majority of people will migrate to the better packaging and buy it. That's
Yeah,
the
because of that
differentiator.
perception. That perception is so strong that it's better quality. It's a better product. It's going to give them better status.
And you can put shit in the box.
Yes. A lot of them are all putting the same shit in the box, remember?
More margin, by the way. So
Yeah.
that's the other thing. You spend the money on the packaging, it checks out. You're making more margin.
Sure, for sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
I think isn't that what it's all about?
Yeah, I think it's everything. Perception is everything, right? And when those folks go into, you mentioned luxury packaging. If I buy a really high end, and we're not going to plug a certain watch or a certain car, right? Unless you want to, and then we can.
Yeah,
But,
go ahead. I like
okay.
luxury stuff.
Hey, if I go buy a Rolex and the collateral that comes with my Rolex isn't Rolex brand, my perception is diminished, right? If I go buy a luxury vehicle, all right, the collateral that comes along with that,
It's the
it
little
better
things.
be luxury.
But it's the little things that keep you coming back. The nice water bottle Mercedes gives you, the eyeglass holder. Even if they give you a T-shirt, it's finer cotton.
Exactly. It better
Right?
be luxury brand, because
And
my
we like that
perception,
stuff.
you sold me the perception that it was more luxurious, right? And so I bought into it. Well, you have to continually market that to.
Yeah, no, it doesn't end. So now let's just jump to the production side of things. So you're dealing with printers. How are the printers developing the concepts to be created by you? Are you developing some of these concepts for the finishing that they then use, or are you doing it together? Because it's all new, right? And it's not
it's
just
like,
I was gonna say, it's not just like when you're doing a spot gloss and a matte varnish and you got to trap the two. It's a little more complicated than that.
yeah. So if this was a test and you just gave me a multiple choice, we get down to D and we hit all of the above, right? It's truly everything you just said. It's all the above. You know, I said this last week too. A little frustrating part about it is the folks that see it, they can sell for it because it really truly helps sell itself. But a little bit of the frustrating part is a lot of folks' artwork is already produced and ready to go in most cases. And so what they do is they come to you and say, hey, we love what you're doing. We've seen what you can do. Make this better. Make this better.
Yeah.
And you can do that, right? But you so bad look at it and you go, this could be so much better. And there are opportunities in some cases to do that for them. And it goes off perfect, right? But I will say from the get-go, if you're able to design with someone who knows the capabilities of the machine, you're going to get that no-hitter. You're going to get that grand slam. That piece is going to be, they're still going to be talking about it. You're going to see it next year at Amplify winning awards. That's what's going to happen with that piece.
You know what? But I also think it's safe to say, whether it's doing the embellishments or renovating your house, it's always better to start from scratch when it's intricate, right?
Oh, Warren, that's brilliant.
You'll spend more time trying to fix the fix than creating from scratch.
That was brilliant. That was a perfect way.
Say that again. I like the way you said that. That was brilliant.
That was brilliant, Warren.
I'm gonna record that. I'm gonna put it on a loop, and I'm going to just keep playing it for myself.
Keep pounding it. Yes. You know,
I like
you
that.
got to think about this with a name like Warren, the expectations are you're a smart son of a gun, right? I mean, you've got to be brilliant. So
I'm not going to argue with you, but I'm not sure everybody would agree with you.
Well, I know better. I know better. So yeah. We actually went out and brought a designer in, and we trained her, and she was really excited, of course. So it was easy to train her on what the machine will do. So like if you get collateral from us at Elite, that collateral is typically going to be stuff that we actually designed. We designed with the technology and the applications up front from scratch, as you said. And you know, that's really what we're pushing right now, because we want this stuff to we want folks this stuff to be one of a kinds. We want their stuff to be luxurious. We want the word to be that we're not in a race to the bottom here. That's pointless. There's, you know, I think
Been there, done that. You know, who needs it?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. It doesn't. Well, it only works if you want to be on the bottom. And, you know, I'm a top guy, not a bottom guy, you know, so.
Not a bottom feeder.
No.
Very cool.
Yeah, but no, it's, and I think, you know, the truth is, everybody always is looking to excel at what they do. So this just adds another element to our industry of what's out there. Sure. And I think, I mean, you know, by the time this video airs in a couple of weeks, Amplify won't be a week old. It'll be a little older. But okay. I walked out of Amplify and I was like, whoa, what a show. I mean, not that there was tons of people. Maybe there was 1,000 people total, including everybody. But in walking around, everybody that was there wanted to be there. And truthfully, there was more excitement and positive energy because it was embellishments, as opposed to walking around some of the other shows where people are just like, did you see who cares if they're making t-shirts, or who care, like, you know, or another digital sheet press, whatever. This was, I keep holding it up because it's just so ooh.
It's sexy.
It's sexy, it's shiny, it's flashy, it's exciting again. And sure. I want to scream to everyone in the world of print, like, pick it up and get excited again.
Sure. Yeah.
If by the way, if we're excited about what we're selling, ooh, right, then our customers will get excited.
If you're not excited about what you're selling,
get the hell out of here. Get out of here.
On Monday morning, if you're not excited about going to work, it's time for a career change.
Oh my God. We're going to do a show just on that. Right. And by the way, I got a better one. There are owners who know that they have some salespeople that should make a career change, and they're not helping them, and they should. Because they help them, if an owner made wait, let me start over. And I'm not editing this because I don't know how to edit. But if an owner knows they have a salesperson who's not really doing well or functioning at full capacity or meeting the needs of the company, then get rid of that person and do them a favor. The favor you're doing them is you're helping them go find something else that'll be more appealing to them and be better for them. And you're doing something good for your company and the people in the company by bringing someone else in who's more, who's into it, who you know, passionate about it.
Fire them into success.
We got to weed out the people that don't really care about print too.
Yeah. Yeah, fire that individual into success.
That's it. Today we are starting the print revolution.
I love it.
We are going to get rid of all people who do not like our industry.
Absolutely. If you're in our industry,
whether you're in our industry or not, if you don't like it, you're done.
Out. Bye.
Yeah,
see you.
Out.
Yeah, if you're not rowing the boat
anymore.
If you're not rowing the boat the same way that the Print Whisperer and the folks that are like-minded, if you're not rowing the boat that same way, we need to drop them out of the boat.
I like to put a little anchor around their leg with, you know, short chain. And by the way, could be man or woman. I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate against print haters.
You can't discriminate now. It's not good. It's not good business. It never was good business. But you know, drop back to what we were discussing, or what you were discussing, and I was just listening in on Amplify, right? You said that maybe the crowd wasn't, huge, overdone. I would say that show and the crowd that came, it wasn't small by any stretch of the imagination, but I would say that show and the folks that were there, it was quality over quantity. That was a good show. That show needed to happen, man. We learned a lot about the new technology. We learned a lot about some new things with other pieces of equipment. And by the way, something about my new technology here is it drives a lot to other areas of our facility. Okay, so when people say, how do you, it's really hard to calculate what it actually has meant because it's going to different sectors of our facility. But it's been a very positive thing. And Warren, anytime that you have someone out there that maybe, if I can help anyone, I'm glad to. So if
Me too.
yeah, I mean, that's what it should be. And that was something really cool about the Amplify show last week is I had the opportunity to meet some folks from other areas, not competitors, really. I made friends, which was another cool thing about being at the show.
By the way, everyone has to stop with the competitor thing too a little, right? Because the truth is, as a printer, I knew who my competitors' bigger clients were. They know who mine were. I used to have people that I'd bring in the shop and people say to me, don't let them see what you're doing. And I would say to them, who cares? Who cares? They could see what I'm doing for who? If they want to call that company, if they see them, then they're not happy with me and there's nothing I could do about it. And the other thing is they could see what I'm doing. Good luck to them to go reproduce it and hit it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I thought it was great to meet some of the folks that are doing what we're doing. I thought it was really a positive thing. You know, who wouldn't want someone to bounce something off of and be able to talk about some, likewise scenarios.
Listen, it's if everybody could help everyone a little, we all get ahead. Right.
Sure.
I remember when I started with UV printing, and I've said it before, I went out and hired someone who was an expert to come in and paid them a lot of money to be in my place for a month. And that month put us a year ahead or a year and a half ahead of where we would have been had we done it on our own R&D.
Sure.
And probably saved me a few $100,000 of substrate because I didn't make all that mistake on my own. He was there to manage our mistakes.
Positive influence. Huh?
Yeah. Right. And
yeah, absolutely.
So, I'm going to do a plug for Tactful, and it's a little bit selfish, but it is my show, so I could. But when I was asked by Kevin to join Tactful, and I was really excited, Amplify was the first time I was with the entire team from Tactful, and we had a booth at Amplify. And I will tell you that the manufacturers were coming up to us, and the end users were coming up to us. And what we learned is there's a need for what we want to do. And what we want to do is we want to educate everybody on both sides on how to do it. So the manufacturers could sell the machine, and manufacturers always sell machines. We in the world of print, a lot of times buy machines, not really knowing how to operate them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And to build it and they will come. I'm not a big believer of that theory either, because you don't know when they're coming, and if they don't come soon enough, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Right. But the Tactful, what was really cool is the manufacturers were like, oh my God, you're going to help us teach our customers how to do this. And the end users are like, oh my God, you're going to come in and give us that extra training. And on the Tactful team, we have Matt, who's a wicked designer and been designing all this stuff for the longest time.
Sure.
We've got production covered. We've got marketing if people need it. I'm going to help people train them in how to sell it. And our faithful leader, Kevin, his family created this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm thrilled. And then the people coming up, there are so many people that are looking forward to doing things differently.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
I think if I'll just refer to the pandemic, but now that that's over, I think it's opened up a lot of people's eyes to doing different things, not just in our industry.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just given a lot of people a lot of juice to go out there and just get excited. I think last year in the US, in 2020, 2020, I think 4.5 million new businesses were started. In
Wow.
2021, and my numbers might be off in years, was 5.5 million new businesses. So
Wow.
it's not good. It's good for the businesses and potentially good for the likes of us as they need stuff. Not so
Sure.
good because those 5 million people probably left jobs that create
Yeah.
other problems. But there's a whole new revolution happening out there, right? People that want
Sure.
to do things on their own, and those people that do things on their own, a lot of them are smaller businesses that are, what are they going to do? They're going to get fancy with their product because they can and they know how now.
Sure. Sure.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
it's a big shift all around, I think, and some wicked opportunity to be had. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about it. I mean, you know, to kind of give you an idea, the pandemic starts March 2020. Our machine training ended the last week of February 2020.
Whoa.
Yeah, here we go. Got this new
Whoa.
technology. Nobody knows anything about it. And yeah, you gotta get out there and market it, right? But you can't go anywhere. So how do you do it? We came up with some very creative ways to get the word out there. And one positive thing from this technology was, you know, for 20 something years, I've been out there talking to people about our existing capabilities. Okay. Well, all of a sudden there's something new. So it was a door opener. It was a reason to re-engage with folks.
Oh, listen, you know what? When I had my company, one of the things, and maybe just because I thought differently in many ways, but one of the things I'd like to do is I always like to make samples to give the salespeople to go out. Because I remember when I was working for a company, another company, previous life, my boss used to say to me, "Who'd you see this week? Who'd you see this week?" Right? And I used to say to him, like, I can't go there every week to see them. Like, they're going to call
Okay.
me if we need something, and to go in and say, "Do you have an order?" is ridiculous, right?
Right. Yeah.
Fast forward today, it's even more ridiculous to do that. So what's
Yes.
the best thing to do? Hey, you're just going to stop by your client to show them something new. And and I used to go in and send people and I'd say to them, "Hey, not asking for anything. Just want to drop this off, let you know what we're up to. When you got a few
Yeah.
minutes, give me a call. We could chat about it." More often than not, if something's catchy when you're giving it to them, they all of a sudden have a few minutes to chat right then and there.
Sure.
And if
Sure.
they like you when they're chatting, if they have projects going on, they're going to say to you, "Hey, man, before you go, I got this thing I'm working on."
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Or when it hits their desk because they liked you and then
Right.
you had something cool, they're going to call you and say, "I think I have something here." So in your case, it's a fish on the line, right?
That's it. Always a fish on the line, right?
Fish on the
But
line,
you
baby.
but you can't nag people.
No, no. I mean, you know,
And,
I
and by the way, our legacy salespeople in this industry, old
yeah.
school, that's what they do. They don't, not all, but they don't know how to, you know,
Yeah. No, that's a,
they're still bringing donuts to the office. Little do they know, like, donuts are fattening and not really liked.
right.
Right now,
Right.
now you got to
Yeah.
bring now you got to bring avocado toast. It's a new world, right?
Avocado. That was good. You know, I'm sitting here thinking about people watching you and I communicate, going back and forth and shoot the breeze. And it's going to be kind of cool for folks. Like your accent and my accent are going to be really interesting to watch play ping pong, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and we talk the same lingo. It's not about having to be polished. It just comes from the heart, right? It's you can't you can't disguise passion.
Absolutely. BINGO right there, baby. It's about the passion. That was perfectly said.
You know, I remember, and I've done a lot of sales presentations, and unfortunately, I didn't close all of them. But the one thing that was in common with all the presentations was at the end, people would say to me, like, "Even if we don't do business with you," which I guess was letting me know that we're not, they said, "We've never met anyone more passionate than you." And I said, "You know what? I'm good with that. You might not give me the order, but I appreciate that compliment because that makes me feel good. And I'm going to go slaughter the next customer when I present."
Yeah, that was an amazing legacy. I mean, that's what you want people saying. I've told folks before, if 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 I ever left we're going to say client customer, I like to say friend. If I ever leave their office or their place of business, and they felt like a salesperson was there, it's time for me to go do something else. I'll call you and see if I can get on your boat and go fishing.
By the way, anytime you get your ass up here, we're out.
I'll take you up on that, Warren.
No, hey, listen, you don't understand. So this is, I'll just quickly, this is the deal I have with people here. Because everyone says to me, oh, I want to fish. I want to fish. I said, hey, no problem. Go get a license. When you have a license, you call me. And then you say, I got the license. He said, and the way it works is this way. I don't know when I'm fishing. I got to check the schedule. I always got to check the wind, got to check the water temperature, stuff like that. I said, but I'll call you and you got to say yes. I said, you have 3 chances. If I call you and 3 times, you've got an excuse or a reason not to fish, we don't talk anymore.
They struck out.
I said, now that some people get mad at me for this one. I said, but when I'm talking to my guy friends and I say to them, listen, if I call you and say, do you want to fish tomorrow? And you say to me, got to check with the wife, you're done. You're not coming.
They're blackballed.
They're blackballed for life. And I have women on the list too. And by the way, women, they're more decisive than men.
I could see that. They don't have anybody to answer to, Warren. It's different.
But that's the rule. But do get up here, and I'd be happy to take you fishing. And if anybody's listening if you've made it this far and you're listening, part of when I do consulting and I travel, and if you're my client, just remember this: we work a couple days. The last day or the next day, we go fishing. You don't pay for my time, but we're gonna have the best day on the water, and we're gonna talk about more shit than you ever talked about in your life.
Oh,
right?
man, I got to get signed up for this. This could be
fun. Just hire me and then you can take me fishing. I'll come to you.
There we go. Yeah, this is sounding better and better.
Well, you know what? We learned from COVID that you can't get out of the office. And I remember from before COVID that most people didn't get out enough because they felt stuck. But yeah. My experience, what did I learn? When you get out and you do things, first of all, nobody misses you. They know where to find you. But when you're getting out and you're doing things and it's keeping you active and your brain moving, your ideas and your thinking gets better. And your will and your want gets better. And your drive gets, because you're getting excited. And the more you do, I mean, people laugh fishing, but I buy a lot of fishing shit. But do you know how much packaging there is in fishing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm not buying fishing equipment. I'm supporting the print and packaging industry when I buy fishing equipment.
That's like sainthood, Warren. That's nice.
Well, listen, you know what? It's all about our industry. Like I have to put the family behind sometimes, right? And yes. I have to do what I have to do.
I get it.
It's just the way it is. Yeah. Anyways, you know what? I think me and you, we can go on and on and on. We should do a live interview one day, maybe in a pub.
Oh,
that'll be
when?
Okay, when you hire me for a day to come down and we go fishing on the second day, after fishing, we're going to video all day in the boat, and then we'll end dinner in a pub doing our final film.
Hey, that's like huge. That would be that could be big. That could be not only big, that could be fun. And fun's important. Fun's important.
In the second half of my life, it's really all about, it's doing the right thing and then all about fun. So work hard to make some money so you can go have fun. But yeah. As I said before, we're on this planet for a short time. Let's make it a good time. Let's do amazing print. Let's make people happy. And then we could be happy, because nothing makes me happier than when someone picks something up and they look and they go, oh my God. And then the last thing I'll just say is I remember when I bought my 56-inch press, and I'd hired this fella, Kurt Coing, who came in. We were doing all these big posters and we were using scents. So we did a 56-inch poster of a green apple. And then from Centisphere, we put green apple smell on the sheet, right? You put it in the varnish and whatever. But I would go to meetings and the poster would be on the table and people would just be sitting there the whole meeting doing this.
Petting.
Like just smelling the apple. And at one point, I'm like, hey, if you keep rubbing, the genie's going to come out. You better relax.
Good stuff.
But print is tactile. Print, right? Everything, smell, touch, feel. That is print. Print gets all of your senses going.
Absolutely.
Right?
No doubt about it. Yeah.
Even gets the emotion of anger going when I see shitty print jobs out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And you and I, when we go to the stores, just like most people in our industry, when we go to the stores, we're critiquing. We're looking to see.
I want to call the number on the back of the big cereal box and call them up and say, they're smudging all over this box. Who accepted this? My customers would refuse it outright.
Absolutely. Yes.
right?
No doubt about
That's
it. Yeah.
funny. Cool. Okay, so we're going to come to an end because we have to, unfortunately. And to be truthful, I'm leaving in 22 minutes to go fishing for some largemouth today.
Good
Maybe a
luck.
little muskie. I'm bringing the muskie rod, so hopefully I get lucky.
There you
Season
go.
just
Good luck
opened.
with it.
Why, thank you.
Go
I'll
slay
send
it.
pictures. I'm gonna. That's the plan. The truth be told, last December 23rd, I had a 52-pound, 54.5-inch muskie, and I might have to change species because I don't think they get much bigger than that.
Wow.
Although,
Wow.
although what I did quickly to change it up this year was I just put line on my 12-weight fly rod, and I'm gonna fly fish for them this year. Try
Nice.
and get a big one.
Make sure you
So,
get that on video.
oh, I got the GoPro and the Insta360 running on the boat. So it's all good.
Perfect.
Good. So, just thank you for joining me. Great conversation. Like
Thank
feels
you
like
for
I'm
having me. Thank you for
oh,
having me.
thanks for showing up better. And
This
feels like
again,
feels like I'm
this
talking
is
to my brother from another mother.
absolutely. Hey, this wasn't work. This was fun. This was a good time. So hopefully we did some good for our industry, and appreciate everything you do for our industry, man. You're key. Thank you.
I appreciate you for coming on. And if there's anyone who's listening, I really appreciate those people that are listening. And maybe reach out to me so I know you're listening, because otherwise I don't know. But wow, love print, love fishing, love talking to people who love print and fishing and everything else. Folks, we're just going to end it. Steve, thank you. Everybody else, come back. Warren Werbitt, what they think. I love print.